It's funny to me how you've never noticed me. I'm always there, you know. When you go to your classes, on your study breaks, when you're eating cereal for dinner. Always, I see you. You first caught my attention when you were out for a night with your friends. You looked so uncomfortable. I could see you smiling, drinking, laughing with the rest of them, but it was forced. You wanted to be there, sure, to be a part of something, and yet at the same time, being at home alone was also an appealing prospect to you. To this day, I still suspect that you had turned down the invitation several times beforehand so that it had gotten to a point where making up another excuse would have seemed suspicious and possibly proved detrimental to your friendships. When you finally had enough of the interactions, you decided to call an Uber. A responsible choice. However, as you left the building, you were followed. By myself, of course, but also by another. A different man had been staring you down from across the room with such intent it's a wonder you didn't feel it. His intentions were to defile you, and he came quite close to grabbing you as you left. But I pulled him back into the shadows where he'd become acquainted very closely to the ground instead. From that day on, I have followed you. I like to think I'm protecting you. We have a lot in common, you know. I think you'll really enjoy living with me. We like the same music, the same shows, and I like cats as well. Plus, if a spider gets in the house, I'll get it out for you. They don't really worry me, but I know you don't like them. Really, we're perfect for each other. Sometimes I follow you through crowds or as you do your shopping. You really need to eat better, just by the way. And still, you've never noticed me. Though I'd like to believe that surely I'm a little familiar to you by now. A face that you don't know exactly, but one that you may recognize if you would only look at me. I mean, at some points, you have looked right at me, sending a rush of adrenaline through me. There was even one time where you and I made eye contact. Do you remember? It was brief, just for a second. You smiled politely and continued about your business just like a perfect angel. It's okay if you don't remember. I'm sure you have that kind of interaction a lot. I've noticed a lot of people staring at you. Maybe it's just your clothing choice or something. Either way, I can't blame them. After observing for some time from afar, I got impatient to know what your indoor habits were. Normally, as soon as you closed the curtains, I was locked out for the night. And so, I came up with a solution. I waited one day until you and your roommates left, and then I broke in. Well, not broke in. I picked the back lock and let myself in. No damage caused. It's honestly very easy if you know what you're doing. Just ask a locksmith. Once inside, I took my time to familiarize myself. Your place is okay. You'll like mine better. And I fed your cat too while I was there. Then I found your laptop. I didn't need to know the password. I simply rebooted it in safety mode and uploaded the spy software to it so that when you opened it, I can watch what you're doing. Some of the sites you visit have been fascinating. In addition, I also took the time to set up some nano cameras. There's one in the vent in your bathroom, another hidden on the mess on top of your refrigerator, and a final one in your bedroom. Though, I won't say where exactly. Since then, I've found watching you has consumed my very existence. I no longer need to follow you in public. After all, you connected your phone to your laptop, and my software uploaded itself to there too. So even when you're out, I can still see you. The thought of you is driving me crazy. I can't stand it. The more I know about you, the more I'm convinced we're perfect. You should belong to me. Observing from afar isn't working for me anymore. I just want you to be mine. I'm writing this to you now because I want to give you a chance to reject my advances. Consider this a game between the two of us. If you make it impossible for me to get to you, when I'll be forced to leave you be. However, if I'm granted the chance to take you for my own, I will. In such a case, I would suggest you make preparations before we leave. It's a long way away that we're going. You probably won't ever see your friends or family again. Not that that's such a bad thing, though, right? I know the websites you browse, so I know you'll read this. The only question is, what will you do now? Remember, I like a challenge.